this is Renee, the Natural Childbirth Instructor, and today's topic is how to turn a breech baby. What does this even mean? So most babies present, I'll use Maggie again today, most babies present head down into the pelvis, normally LOA, left occiput anterior. Sometimes babies though like to hang out bottom first, maybe feet first. It's actually not that big of a deal earlier in pregnancy because your baby's so small, still moving around quite a bit. Most medical practices, at least here in the Sacramento area, check at 36 weeks to see if baby is head down. But I highly encourage my natural childbirth students to check with their provider at around their 32-week appointment, because it's so much easier to turn a baby at 32 weeks and do these natural at-home techniques than waiting until 36 weeks and then starting to freak out a little bit because your baby is likely to be born in the next month, give or take, right? So, and the issue is, at least in Sacramento, most hospitals will not allow a woman to deliver vaginally if her baby is breech, at least if it's a singleton, yeah? Right, and midwives, if they know the baby is breech, aren't supposed to go forth either. Although breech delivery with a provider who knows what they're doing is safer than a cesarean for mama and for baby, but there's so many providers who don't know how to do or to assist in a breech delivery that a woman is very likely to have a cesarean if baby is not head down. So this video is for those of you who really would like to get your baby in a head down position. The things that you can actually do throughout your pregnancy that will assist in that. So, right, I teach this natural childbirth class. I teach it sitting like this, Taylor sitting, and I have all the pregnant mamas in the class Taylor sit as well. Doing this because it opens up the pelvis so nicely and creates good room for baby, encouraging baby to get in a head down position. So many of us spend a large portion of our lives commuting someplace, maybe driving, and sitting backward in our seat. I'm really short, so I wouldn't be able to reach the pedals if that were me, but reclining, maybe being on the couch and doing this sort of lazier thing. That's actually not so great at getting your baby in a head down position. It's not so great for you either. So practicing good posture where your spine's really erect. Even if you're curving over a bit this way, it opens up room for your baby. So sitting like this can be super helpful. If this is hard on your bottom, you can take a pillow and put it under sort of what I call the greater ass. You can put that behind you and sit forward. So your buttocks are behind you and you're sitting like this. It can take some of that pressure off of you. So really allowing yourself to take up space with your pelvis, yes? So even when you're sitting, if you're at work, if you have to sit, and rather sitting in some prim way, really opening up your body, yeah? You can also sit on a ball. This ball, because of where the video camera is, you probably won't be able to see it, but this is a 55 centimeter ball, and that's a good height. I'm 5'2", so this is good for sort of 5 feet to 5'5", a 65 centimeter ball, so this is, I call it a birth ball, but you could find it on Amazon or Target or whatever, normally under Pilates ball, their exercise ball. If you're 5'5" to about 5'9", a 65 centimeter is a great fit for you, and if you're taller than 5'9" or 5'10", 75 centimeters might be the right fit. And you want to inflate it enough that, you may not be able to see my head, but at least hopefully my legs, that your feet can touch the ground and you're at a 45-degree angle with your knees, right? So you don't want your legs up too close to you. You also clearly don't want to be falling off the ball. So where your feet can fit nicely, and you want to sit, and you can do nice hip circles, also really open up the space for your baby. So you can do that throughout your pregnancy. And that would be good, yeah? There went the ball. Okay, so just sitting like this is sort of the best thing that you can do in opening up the pelvic space for your baby. You can also just throughout your pregnancy do good cat-cow exercises, mostly focusing on the cat part where you're curving in, you're looking back at your thighs. You can go back to a pretty neutral back. But this is so great for heartburn issues and other things anyway, because it gets the weight of the baby off of your digestive system, but it also just creates nice room for your baby. And what you're trying to do is create good room. It also does a nice job of strengthening your abdominals and your buttocks to help provide some strength to the side for baby also. Yeah, so cat-cow, excellent. Also spending a lot of time in child's pose. So nice. It doesn't have to be some prim and proper, nor should it be. With your legs together, give your belly lots of good room. Lean back. Yeah, it's just affording some space for you and for baby. Yes. All right, so those are basic things that you can do. Other things that you can do. So maybe it's 32 weeks. Oh, the baby is not yet head down. So deep breaths, everything's okay. Things that you can, like easy modifications that you can make. The first is babies tend to move away from a lot of pressure. So if you're wearing, I see this often with people who are still wearing their pre-maternity jeans. Yes, good for you for fitting into those. They'll be done with them because they're providing a lot of tightness down low, and that's discouraging baby from going head down. So if anything, with the clothing that you're wearing, you want the tightness to be up here, at the top of the fundus, encouraging baby then to move down away from that tightness, yeah? Other things, right, in addition to just sitting better, babies are really attracted to light and to sound, so you can have your partner, I mean, I often say to my students, have your partner wear like a spelunking light, but sure, a flashlight or something, and just make themselves at home in the vulva, yeah, right out there, having your partner sing, it's really nice, yeah, sort of singing and light show. Down here, it can feel silly, but also very connected, and if you'd like, you can put, a bag of frozen peas or something cold at the top of the fundus, thereby irritating baby up top and encouraging baby down below, yes? Sure, you can also, I often think women, right, feel right, throughout your pregnancy, just massage on your belly, yes, but especially at night, checking in, giving touches nice down low, right, more towards your vulva, encouraging baby in this way with a comforting touch. It can be quite helpful. All right, but now, okay, I'm gonna do all of those things. What else can I do in terms of actual exercises? So let's go through those. So sitting on the ball and doing hip circles, fantastic. Other things you can do, sort of the basic thing is to do a pelvic tilt or breech tilt, which is a little bit more involved. So let me push this back a little. Okay. So you can use a chair, you can use your ball, right? I'll show you in a few different ways. You want to get comfy. So this is something, right, just first check in with your body. Are you up to doing this? Don't do it if you're not feeling up to it, yeah? Usually on an emptier stomach is good, but with a little bit of juice or something when baby's feeling really active would be the right time to do this. Get some pillows, some blankets, some whatever. What you're doing, it's just sort of like when you were maybe pre-pregnancy doing just basic lifts, yeah? Let's see if this is even taping. You can just hold yourself up, so this idea of using an ironing board, hold yourself up there. The idea is that you want to get your buttocks above where your heart and head are, yeah? So you can put as many pillows here so that you do not have to carry the weight of it yourself. You can make adjustments and make that higher or lower, right? So I could use the back of the chair. You can use your couch. You can use the wall. The idea is getting that body up there. Sometimes people use an ironing board. You'd likely need a friend to get on and off of that thing, yes? You want to hang out like this sort of 5 to 15 minutes. As long as it's comfortable, so I'm not directly on my back at all, I'm tilting up. Yeah, I'm getting actually a really nice glute workout here too. Hang out like that, listen to some music, watch a show. That's really great. Another thing that you can do, so that's tilting from the back, but you could try tilting from the front also. And sort of this posture, right? I could do it without a chair where I'm putting, the idea is just getting, this is good in labor too, getting your bum really higher than the rest of you. Yeah, so maybe putting your, and really sticking the bum up. So not back like you're in cat-cow, but up. So for some of us, that's trickier, so you could get on a very stable chair. Turn, not run into this pelvis. Yeah, I'm gonna fold my head down, keep my bum up. Yes. Make some movements here. Hang out here for 3 breaths, 30 seconds to a minute. You're gonna start feeling a little lightheaded. So listen to your body. So if you'd like, you can do that for 30 seconds and then kick it in this pelvic tilt position. You work on squeezing the glutes and just really getting your pelvis up nice and high, yeah? You can do that a couple of times a day, 2 or 3 times a day. till you feel like that baby has switched position. Other things that are really great, swimming, especially breaststroke, legs, open up the pelvis so nicely. Also just getting the weight of our bodies off of us, the weight of the baby off our body can feel so, so good, yes? But sure, spend some time in the pool. If you're quite proficient in the pool, then doing a handstand in the pool can also be really good. I will put links to all of these different exercises, additional ideas for it in the comments below. Alright, so sure, if you can rock out a handstand in the water, go forth. Yeah. If you go back for your 36-week appointment and baby is still not head down, then in addition to doing these things and continuing to do them, you have additional options. One is something called Moxibustion, which is a technique used by acupuncturists, and you'll just go in and they can actually give you moxie sticks themselves. It's something called mugwort. They light it, put it next to your toe at the unlit end, and it actually has some fairly good success rates in terms of a super low interventionist way of turning that baby. You also can go see a chiropractor who is trained in something called the Webster Technique. They're really working on an alignment of the pelvic space. You can go get that technique done several times. Again, it's not somebody pushing on your abdomen, and you want to make sure that the chiropractor you're seeing is actually trained in this specific technique. Another option is actually having an external version, which is where your medical provider, usually more than one, it usually takes a couple of people, manually palpitates the baby, turns the baby right from the outside of your abdomen. It's about as comfortable as it sounds, but again, all of these things have pretty good success rates at convincing baby to turn. Usually once baby's in a head down position after this 32-week mark, baby will stay that way. But once baby's head down, really, really practicing good posture and opening up the space nicely for baby. I should say that sometimes women who have more tightness in their hips are more likely to experience the baby being breech. So throughout your pregnancy, just bringing real intention to the space of your hips, maybe using a roller, doing, even just good pigeon pose, and just experimenting with where that is with your belly, but allowing the space to open up, getting good movement there, right? So clearly sitting, tailor sitting is also opening up the hips nicely and getting some awareness, yeah? So I will put links to more information, right, in the comment section below. If you are interested, you can like this video, you can subscribe to my page or station or whatever my children want to have me call it. And if there are videos or there are topics that you would like to see done, please tell me in the comments, and I would be happy to do those before my next class, next Sunday. All right. Thank you so much. I hope all is well. Peace be unto you in your pregnancy. Take care, Mama.